Gasping, he didn't waste any time as he grabbed one of them, yelling, "Quick, prepare a griffin. I need to go to Faust right away, hurry." An hour later, the griffin had finally been prepared. The feeble Marquis disregarded the advice of the people around him, stubbornly mounting the creature. However, at that very moment clear and melodious griffin calls rang out in the sky as more than a dozen flew past. They had come from the direction of the Artran lands, their destination obviously being Faust. The Marquis swayed as he felt the world going dark before his eyes, blood seeping out of the corner of his lips once more. A moment later, 3 griffins of their own took off from the harbor and headed for Faust as well. In this peculiar invasion that had lasted longer than a week, more than half of the Fjord of Longing had been destroyed. The fields the devils and demons had walked through were polluted by the aura of hell and the abyss, and wouldn't have normal yields for years. It would take several months for the collapsed mines to start production as well. Over the continuous battles, nearly 4,000 soldiers had met their end, alongside 15 of their rune knights. Not even 20 Bearguard knights were left as well, marking the Schumpeter's fall from an exalted noble family to a second-class one. It was obvious they would be forced out of their island in Faust. However, the worst loss was the coordinates of their planes being leaked when they'd built those portals. Henceforth, the Artrans could assault their planes at any point in time. The Schumpeters would have no choice but to station massive forces on their planes, but even then their current weakness meant that going against the rabid Artrans would be an impossible task. The only thing Rian could hope for was stopping the Artrans on the battlefield of politics. However, would that even work? Politics without the military power to back it up was like cheese baked until it went soft. People would be able to cut them apart however they liked. At that moment, in a remote plane by the name of Failure, Richard had no idea of the incidents back home. He was deep asleep, covered snugly with a blanket. They had crossed into the desert, the sandy earth now uneven. The blazing sun turned the place into a world of fire during day, and at night it grew so chilly the cold would seep into one's bones. There was practically no signs of life across the land except for a few cacti growing stubbornly in the shade of some sand dunes. That night, they were camped under a rocky peak that